how to make chocolate chip cookies. So the first step is to start off by preheating your oven to 375, which I already have done over there. And then the next step is to make sure you have all your ingredients measured out and ready to add in here and make your cookies. The stuff you will need is 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks, 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 whole eggs and 1 teaspoon of vanilla, a whole 12 ounce bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips, 2 1/4 cup of flour, and then half a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of baking soda. You will also need a spatula, a spoon, a KitchenAid mixer over here, and a non-stick pan. So we have an extra bowl, and in that bowl, we're going to start off by adding our 3/4 cup of flour, our 2 1/4 cup of flour, and our 3/4 cup of brown sugar. You're also going to be adding your half a teaspoon of salt and your teaspoon of baking soda. And you're just going to mix that together. It doesn't have to get mixed together good because eventually it will all mix in the KitchenAid mixer over there. So I'm just mixing it up a little bit, and it's pretty well combined, and the brown sugar is kind of mashed up now. So I'm just going to set that aside over there, and I'm going to start off by adding my 1 cup of softened butter into my KitchenAid mixer, and I'm going to be adding my 3/4 cup of sugar, and I also will be adding my two large eggs and my teaspoon of vanilla. Then I will be beating them together on level 1. So this is done mixing, and I'm gonna just scrape it down a little bit with my spatula. And it doesn't have to be good because it's all just gonna end up going back up on the sides more. Also gonna get it off the beater part. Don't really know the name for it. But yeah, that's good for now. Now I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna slowly add in like 1 to 2 scoops of this at a time and add it in while this is mixing, so I'll mix it and have like the perfect dough consistency. So just gonna go 1 scoop and try not to make a mess. You know, that's pretty hard being myself. All I do is make messes. And I'm just gonna slowly add this in little by little. Done mixing. Just a tip, don't mix it too much, otherwise they won't turn out right. But I'm just scraping down this dough and getting it off the sides so we can have more and make more cookies. So the next step is to add your 12 ounces of chocolate chips, and my little sister wanted to be in the video, so she's gonna add them in for me. So go ahead. All of them? Yeah. Okay, you can set that aside. And we're just gonna put this down and mix them again. Choky monkey. Okay, so now the dough is done mixing, so we took the bowl off the KitchenAid mixer. And this is what our dough looks like. It looks like chocolate chip cookie dough. Wow. Didn't know it looked like that. But I got my tray, or pan. It's a non-stick pan, so I don't have to spray it. But now I'm just gonna take my scooper thing, and I'm gonna barely go over, and I'm gonna scoop them out like that in 3 rows of 4 on my pan. You have to try and make them the same size, but you want to keep them a good distance apart so they don't cook in. So as I was saying, you don't want them to like melt into each other, and you want to try and get them the same size. As you can see, this one's bigger than those two, and this one's smaller than both, kind of, but like, yeah. So I scooped all of my chocolate chip cookies, or my cookie dough, onto my tray. So now I'm gonna go and put them in my oven. Gotta be careful with this part, because you know, it's dangerous. And I'm just gonna slide them in on my top dough. And I'm going to put them in for about 10 minutes. So I'm gonna set a timer on my microwave. And I'll be back once. So like meanwhile, while we're waiting for the cookies to be done, I'm hand washing some dishes while my mom helps me make another batch. And while I'm also putting dishes in the dishwasher, you know? Gotta stay occupied. Right, Mom? Say hi.
Hi.
He's here. He wants to say hi because he's like a cutie. Right, Gizmo? The timer just went off, so I'm grabbing some of our oven mitts. And I'm going to take the cookies out of the oven. And I'm gonna let them cool off for a little bit, and I'm gonna like take them off and put them on the cooling rack and scoop more. So, they came out and they cooled down a little bit. So now I'm gonna take my spatula and I'm going to scoop them off kind of like that and just put them on the cooling rack so I can scoop more cookies on this. So I'll be back when I'm done. And my mom's helping me scoop some more of the cookie dough, and then we have a whole other batch over here. So yeah. So each batch makes 12, and we just put in our 4th batch. Right here is 2 batches and bagged up. Then here's another batch. Then we just put a batch in the oven, and then we have some more cookie dough. So go big or go home, homies. So after you're done making your cookies, you want to make sure you put them in airtight containers and make sure they aren't exposed to the air, otherwise they won't stay fresh. Or put them in bags like this. These are the ones that you guys are eating right now. So yeah, I ended up making like 6 to 8 batches of cookies. And that's how you make chocolate chip cookies.